What's good, everybody? It's Who Dat Davis here. I know I'm a little early with my post-game show, but the reason why I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way is because I already know we lost. I'm going to go ahead and man up. I'm going to take this L like a man. I talk a whole lot of noise to Tampa Bay fans all over Twitter, all over Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I talked all this, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat my crows. I'm not that childish. I'm not that childish to the point to where I'm not gonna come up here, man up, own up to my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Look, for the past three to four years, the Saints beat themselves in some type of way. The last 3 years, it was because of the defense not showing up. This year, our offense hasn't shown up. The score is now 30-20, less than 5 minutes to go. This Saints offense has no excuses. I'm not making any excuses for this Saints offense. They have everything they could possibly need. They have Michael Thomas back. They have Alvin Kamara back. You may not have Taysom Hill and Latavius Murray, but that's no excuse. You have Emmanuel Sanders, you have Traquan Smith, who has been one of the two only bright spots in this game, offensively for the Saints. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuses for this. Drew Brees threw two picks. I don't get what Drew Brees was looking at, but it wasn't the receivers. The receivers can't get separation on his press man coverage. And I really don't understand why. And even then, Devin White blankets Alvin Kamara. You know what I'm saying? I'll accept this loss. It's been a good season, man. You know what I'm saying? The Saints beat themselves. Everybody now knows who is either a new Saints fan or whatever. The ball just goes right through Kamara's hands. It goes right through his hands. All the turnovers, I knew the game was over the minute Jared Cook fumbled the football. I knew it was over the minute he fumbled the football. Speaking of Jared Cook, he's still getting the ball. The Saints have a lot of work to do to overcome a lot of obstacles in the offseason. Jared Cook has to go. Alex Anzalone has to go. He can't cover for the life of him. And he wonders why Quan Alexander was brought in before the trade deadline to cover these tight ends and running backs out of the backfield. He now knows why. This Saints team should be ashamed of themselves. They should be embarrassed of themselves. The Who Dat Nation should be embarrassed of themselves. All the flack that the sports media is going to give these Saints, all of them have got a legitimate reason. Nobody in the Who Dat Nation should be coming for this. Should be coming for any sports media that says anything negative about this Saints team. Nothing. It makes absolutely no sense. What was Drew Brees looking at? He threw two picks in this game. One to Michael Thomas, he underthrew. And another one to Alvin Kamara, he wasn't even trying to find the ball. And there's the other pick. Drew Brees has now thrown 3 picks in this game. I'm numb to it at this point. I'm numb to it. I'm absolutely numb to it. Look at this. This throw was to Jared Cook again. Jared Cook popped the ball into the air, and it came down with 3 picks in the game. 3. They have no excuses. Why did they not try to feature Adam Troutman? They can't try to figure out Adam Troutman. Why? Adam Troutman is more of a passing tight end than Jared Cook is. Adam Troutman did not even get one target his way. Not one. Traquan Smith was the only one with 2 touchdowns in the game. The only one. Jared Cook got majority of the targets. He couldn't come down with anything. This game is for real over. They have no shot at winning. And the Saints only have themselves. I don't want to hear no excuses. None, man. It makes absolutely no sense. Why would you continue to throw to Jared Cook when you know he is not trustworthy? You have Adam Traub. You have so many other guys. But Drew Brees seems to have this love affair with Jared Cook. It makes no sense. Like, I don't get it. The Who Dat Nation is sick to their stomach. 4 years now. 4 years in a row. The Saints have beaten themselves. 4 years in the Saints postseason, they have beaten themselves. You can argue 2018. And yeah, you have a strong case. But everything else, there's nothing for this. There's absolutely nothing for this. The game is completely over. It's completely over. I don't get what Sean Payton has with the fixation of Jared Cook with these tight ends, but he's got to go. Jared Cook has got to go. I'm not accepting any excuses. The defense did everything they could possibly do to keep the Saints in this game. It doesn't make any sense to me. They ran the ball effectively. The Saints averaged close to 5 yards on the ground for Kamara. Kamara did his job. Look at this. Yeah, game's over, guys. I turned my TV off just now. I just turned my TV off. This is pathetic. It really is. It's utterly pathetic. The Saints have a lot to do in the offseason, and they have to start with getting rid of Jared Cook. The Saints offense couldn't get anything going until the second half, and they were lucky because the Chicago Bears offense was abysmal. So now here I am eating crows, and I'll go ahead and I'll happily eat the crows. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing. I have nothing. Tampa Bay came in with a chip on their shoulder. They did what they were supposed to do, and they capitalized off of turnovers. The Saints beat themselves. They allowed Tampa Bay back into this game. Why? They have everything they could possibly need to make a run for the Super Bowl, and they can't seem to execute when it matters most. And to make matters worse, this is most likely going to be Drew Brees' last game of his career. Most likely. I'm not going to sit here and guarantee anything. But it's most likely going to be his last game of his career. Even if it's not, what Marcus Ryan just said, I agree. It's time to move on at this point. You have to. You have to move it in a different direction. Even if the Brees does come back, you have to look into potentially giving Jameis Winston a start over Drew Brees. I know you're loyal to him, and he deserves to go out the way he should. But it don't make no sense. Shout out to Tampa Bay. If I have any Tampa Bay fans coming here, I will happily say right now, you made me eat crows tonight. I am going to be man enough to admit that y'all made me eat crows. Congratulations. I hope y'all win it. I hope the NFC South brings someone Lombardi. I'll be man enough to say that. I'd rather Tampa Bay and those guys who have been without a drought for 13 years. I'd rather them win it over Green Bay. I can't stand Green Bay. So Tampa, I hope you win it. I hope you win it. Shouts out to you. It took Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski and Antonio Brown. But the fact of the matter is you got the job done. That's all that matters at the end of the day. You got the job done. The Saints just beat themselves. 3 picks, 2 of them because of Jared, one of them because of Jared Cook, but being a liability. Tampa won the game that mattered. Tampa won the game that mattered. And I can't even be mad I can't be mad at Bucs fans. The Saints gift wrapped this game to them. They obviously didn't want to win. I knew this game was over the minute that Jared Cook fumbled the football. I knew it was over. I'm so disappointed with Jared Cook. I really am. Jared Cook needs to go. Don't even bother bringing him back. If you bring him back, Saints front office, you deserve every loss that comes your way because you want to rely on him. Adam Troutman is a better receiving tight end. He made a career out of it. He broke his college record with 14 receiving touchdowns. In Dayton, Adam Troutman has not had one ball thrown his way. Not a single ball thrown the way of Adam Troutman. Because you wanted to rely on Jared Cook. You wanted to rely on Jared goddamn Cook. And look where that got you. A fumble, points off the turnover, and he popped the ball up, and it fell into the hands of Sean Murphy-Bunting. Jared Cook, I'm sorry. You were great last season, but this season, you got to go. You got to go. The minute you fumbled the football, you lost a lot of love. You lost a lot of love for the Indy Who Dat Nation because you can't seem to hang on to the football for your life. You're up there in age. I think you're in your late 30s. Whatever you decide to do in the offseason, I will support you, but you got to get off this team. The Saints have got to go a different direction. Some of the plays that Sean Payton called, why? A tight end screen to a slow Josh Hill? A tight end screen to a slow Josh Hill? Where was Adam Troutman? I can't stress this enough. Adam Troutman should have been the one to get the ball in that moment. It should have been Adam Troutman. Why? Why is it that this Saints team can't play a complete level of a complete game in all 3 phases? 2017, Minnesota Miracle. 2018, the no call. You should have been in a better position. 2019, you got bounced out of the wild card round. And this has been the best Saints team by talent. By talent, the best Saints team on paper. And they can't seem to get it together. The continuity of the Saints got outdone by a Tampa Bay team that pretty much got thrown together via quarterback, tight end, and receiver. It took Tom Brady for the Bucs to beat the Saints. Let that sink in. It took Tom Brady to beat the Saints. It took Tom Brady for the Bucs to beat the Saints. Now, I'm not making excuses. The Bucs beat us fair and square. The Bucs beat us fair and square. But it took Tom Brady for the Bucs to beat us. They beat us. Okay, great. I hope they win it all because they deserve it. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, those guys deserve it. And now we discussed the offseason. And now I have some updates for everybody here. I'll rehash all these updates I'm about to give y'all right now in my final thoughts tomorrow morning. So if you end up not catching it tonight, you'll definitely catch it tomorrow. Number one, my platform via Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube is going to see a name change. I'm looking at the black and gold breakdown. I will say it again, the black and gold breakdown. That's probably going to be what this platform, this brand I'm building is going to be in the 2021 season. Why? TJ Jones has been the inspiration mainly for the birth of this channel to begin with. And I feel like now that I have a foundation, a core audience, I can go ahead and build even further by trying to find something more unique to build up said brand. S.O.B.G podcast, the State of Black and Gold podcast. It's predominantly because of TJ Jones and the State of the Saints podcast. I'm aiming for uniqueness. And for me to do that, I have to go in a different direction. So that's what I'm looking at there. Tomorrow morning, later this week, my StreamYard subscription here is going to be canceled until next offseason because obviously I'm not going to, be using it until probably a draft or something. But, it is what it is. This is exactly why this team gets no respect. They don't want to show up when it matters most. Again, Sean Payton did it again. Why would you call a tight end screen to a slow Josh Hill? Why would you do that? Why would you make Adam Trautman a non-factor just because he's a rookie? Somebody explain that to me. Prior to the postseason, the tight end screens were designed to go to Adam Trautman. You give it to Josh Hill, a guy coming out of Dayton who broke the single college record for 14 passing touchdowns. And there were bombs. There were bombs. But not one target throwing the weight of Adam Trautman. That's what you decide to go with? I opened up the phone lines to everybody. The link is down in the comment section. Everybody, when you're a Saints fan or not, you're free to come on. You're free to call in. You're free to give your opinions, your voices, all that. I'm never going to get mad. I'm numb at this point. I've come to expect the worst out of this. I've come to expect it. In terms of the future of Drew Brees, look, we all know Drew Brees rightfully deserves to go into the Hall of Fame. The career he has had makes him one of the all-time greats. Nobody can take that away from him. Certainly nobody outside of the Who Dat Nation. But at this point, it's high time that the Saints move into a different direction. You need to move in a different direction. I hate to say it. I love Drew Brees. He is my role model. I've modeled myself predominantly off of his mannerisms. But it's high time for Drew Brees and the Saints organization to just go their separate ways. And there's no shame in that. Drew Brees, you have nothing left to prove to nobody. You have nothing left to prove to nobody. Nobody, man. You have nothing to be ashamed of. I don't care if you lost this game. Jared Cook predominantly lost this game for you. Let's go ahead and get into our first caller, and we got the True Turks. What's going on with you, man?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Yeah, it's one of those nights. It's one of those nights where the Saints just be the Saints in the postseason. But what you got for me, brother?
Yeah. First off, I want to start off like this. I mean, watching this game just disappointed me from the start. Deontay Harris put us in great field position first two times. And guess what I saw? I saw the repeat of last year's wild card game against Minnesota. When we get in the red zone, we cannot get the doggone football in the end zone. You get in the red zone twice, you come up only with six points. You can't score a touchdown. I mean, what's going on with that? I don't know. See, the problem is when we get in the red zone like that, you got to find a way to throw the ball in the end zone. For example, I know Jared Cook screwed up when we was up by 7-20-13, but he's tall enough to jump up and catch the ball. I don't know why is it everything is underneath when you threatening the team in the red zone. I mean, you playing in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' hand. First of all, their secondary is not that good to me, number one. The offensive line, to me, kind of played poorly today. But my last point I want to make, because I'm pretty sure there's other callers want to get in here. Back in week 2, when our New Orleans Saints came out here to Las Vegas, Nevada, where I'm at, when we lost to the Las Vegas Raiders, I told everybody, I'm sorry, going down the stretch, if Drew Brees is our quarterback, I'm sorry, I love this man with everything I got. I feel sorry for him. I almost broke down in tears myself. My wife will tell you. I'm going to, because I feel bad for the guy, but we wasn't going to win the Super Bowl with him at quarterback. I mean, his time has came and gone. I mean, we waited too long to get this man a defense in the first place. If we would have had a defense like this in the previous years when we was threatening, we probably could have had something going. But it's just this offense. I mean, he cannot get the ball down the field like he used to. This is why our offense is struggling. This is why, and I don't understand why a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, like, don't call this out. I mean, all you got to do is look at the shit, excuse my language, and see it for yourself. This is why we cannot get more points on the board. And when the games are close, when we playing opposing teams, like I told everybody, Tom Brady is not Mitchell Trubisky. We can get away with that little BS we did last week, but you're not going to get away with that against Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. Show not Aaron Rodgers, but you're not going to get away with playing offense like we doing play calling. Jared Cook fumbling the ball. Like I heard you say earlier, brother. When Jared Cook fumbled when we was up by 7, I knew I told my little brother, "Oh, we about to lose this game." I knew it because I just knew it. I knew it. But I'm so mad right now. It's not even funny, bro.
Look, I absolutely agree with you. I don't understand why Sean Payton and Drew Brees have this unhealthy love for Jared Cook. When he fumbled that football, he still was the number one target.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand that. You have a pass catching tight end in Adam Troutman, who led his college in Dayton. He broke the college record in Dayton with 14 pass catching touchdowns. And these were not just some small to intermediate stuff. These were bombs down the field to Adam Troutman. He did not get one target his way. Not one. It makes absolutely no sense to me. A tight end screen that you predominantly use Adam Troutman in, you mean to tell me that you don't trust him because he's a rookie, but you'll put the likes of Josh Hill in there, who's more of a run blocker than a pass catcher, who is also kind of slow because he's up there in age, around the same age as Jared Cook?
Exactly.
The style of execution is just mind-blowing to me. I don't understand why.
And another thing, I like to give shots out to Alvin Kamara and Traquan Smith. They the only one that showed up on offense, and Emmanuel Sanders did pretty good too. But obviously, I don't know what the hell is wrong with Michael Thomas. I mean, this dude couldn't get separation of nothing. I mean, he couldn't. I don't know what's going. I don't know if I'm not trying to make up excuses. I don't know if his ankle is still bothering him a little bit and he ain't saying nothing. I don't know, but he could not get separation of no. I mean, he just couldn't get going at all. Like, I don't know what was going on. I don't even think he had no catches today, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he had no. I don't think he had no catches.
Michael Thomas officially got shut out.
Yeah,
he got shut out by Carlton Davis.
Yeah, and another thing, like I was watching all these people trashing what's his name, Taysom Hill. We definitely could have used him in the passing game today. We definitely could have used him. I'm not talking about him throwing the ball. I'm talking about him being an extra weapon because our offense couldn't do anything. Like I say, the only two people to me that mainly showed up was Traquan Smith and Alvin Kamara. They did pretty good, but it's like nobody else really did anything. Like I said, Emmanuel Sanders did pretty good. He did what he could, but like I say, Michael Thomas, Jared Cook, I don't know. But like you say, Jared Cook, he got to go. We cannot keep this guy on his team.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can't. I mean, we can't.
Alexander Saloni can get gone too.
Yep.
And people came into my DMs on Facebook wondering why I was more of an advocate for Quan Alexander than Alex Anzalone. You've seen why. Anzalone is a liability in coverage.
Yeah.
He let Leonard Fournette kill him out in the flat. He let Rob Gronkowski kill him on the out routes. Alex Anzalone just can't cover.
He can.
He and Jared Cook are the two guys that have got to go, and I better not see them so much as near the practice squad in the next offseason. I don't want to see them anymore. And on top of that, we're probably going to lose our pro scouter and Big Terry. He's probably going to.
That is not the first two.
But he's most likely. I don't see a good future for the Saints team. I really don't. But if they go the way of Jameis Winston, then we might have a chance. Because apparently they really loved what they saw from him in camp. And at this point, there's really no need for you to, see if you can compete with Taysom Hill. As far as I'm concerned, he's already won it. As far as I'm concerned, he's already won it. But Drew Brees, I love Drew Brees as much as the next person. I've watched him since I've watched Drew Brees since I was a little boy when he was playing in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I modeled myself after him. I've became more of a mature man growing up through high school because I modeled myself after Drew Brees. But at this point, he has nothing left to prove to nobody. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. He has nothing to be ashamed of. I don't care if Drew Brees lost. As far as I'm concerned, his offense failed him. Minus that one interception to Michael Thomas via Sean Murphy bunting, everybody else just couldn't win their matchups. Minus, Sanders and Smith through the air and Alvin Kamara on the ground. Drew Brees, I don't care what this says. This does not stain his legacy for me. He is a first-ballot Hall of Famer. He knows that. Everybody knows that. Just go to CBS and just enjoy life with your family.
Yep.
Do that for yourself because the league is going to get even tougher next year. It's going to get even faster. It's going to get even tougher defensively. You had 11 cracked ribs and a punctured lung. A lot of people could have died from that, or worse. No worse than death, but you get what I'm saying.
Yep.
The team just needs to go in the direction of Jameis Winston. I'm personally ready to see Jameis Winston.
Yeah, same here. Yep.
All right, man. You got anything else for us?
No, that's all. I mean, I just want to say, love listening to your show. I think you make some great commentary, and I appreciate, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people from the Who Dat Nation appreciate, what you do for us too. As far as breaking everything down, giving us, injury reports and all that. So we really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Look, I love doing content for you guys. Win or lose, I'm gonna be here. If we win it, I'm singing the praises. If we lose, I'll be man enough to say I'm happy to eat crow. It's just how it is. It's just facts.
Yep, same here.
All right, the Truth Hurts. I appreciate you coming in, man. Call in anytime.
All right, you have a good night. Be safe, brother.
You too, man. Yeah, that's the Truth Hurts, everybody. Shouts out to him coming in. You know what I'm saying? Look, I've already seen some anti-Saints fans. Look, I'll be the first to say it. You got, Southside 12. You got Noodle 130. Look, I'll be happy to say that I'm man enough to say that I'll eat crow. This Saints team beat themselves. Tampa Bay capitalized, and they didn't let it up. When Jared Cook fumbled that football, it was over. Shouts out to Tampa Bay. I'm not even going to dog them. It took Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, and the like. It took all of them coming for Bucs to finally beat us. But the fact of the matter is, you won. The fact of the matter is, you won. I'm not going to dog y'all. I'm not going to trash talk y'all because I have no ground. I have no ground to say anything. Unless we're talking regular season, then we can go ahead and have that discussion. But you know what I'm saying? Look. Yeah, man, look. Drew Brees got to go. I can't say that. I can't overstate this enough. Drew Brees, I think he really just has to really evaluate where he is at this stage of his career and understand that there's no shame in just retiring. You're always going to have your haters. I got haters right here in my chat, for God's sake. You're always going to have haters, Drew. It's been this way since you came into the league, from Purdue to San Diego. You're retiring this offseason is not going to stain your legacy, as far as I'm concerned. And a lot of the Who Dat Nation is going to feel the same way. But Sean Payton, I'm disappointed in you. Once again, you tried to get cute when you didn't need to get cute. And it bit you in the ass. You try to throw a tight end screen to a slow Josh Hill. Alexander go to. He can't cover anybody. He can barely stop the run. It's going to be a long off season. It's going to be a long off season for the Who Dats. A lot of people are going to leave. I'm going to be really happy to see Jared Cook and Alex Anzalone leave. But you got Sheldon Rankins, you got Janoris Jenkins, you've got who else we got? We got potentially Marshawn Lattimore and Ryan Ramczyk. They need to get paid. You got a lot of decisions. You got the tight end coach at Campbell going to Detroit. You got the pro scout and Big Terry going to Atlanta. This Saints team is going to be crippled potentially for the next 3 to 4 years. I don't see this Saints team winning the division next year. I'm going to be shocked if they win the division next year. I really am. But it's a milestone as it is. It's a milestone to see that the Saints can hold on to a division title 4 years going. That's the first time ever in NFC South history. But the Saints again can't deliver in the big moment. When you look back at the game offensively, they should have lost to Chicago. But Chicago's offense is absolutely stymied. They shouldn't have been in the playoffs to begin with. It's disappointing. It really is. It tears at my heart that I have to say all this because I love this team and I love Drew Brees and I love Sean Payton. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself or anybody here, Saints fan or otherwise, that this team is going to be anything special next season because they're pretty much not. Mickey Loomis can work his magic as much as possible in terms of cap space, But the amount of talent that's going to not only leave the team, the player roster, but also the Saints staff. Those are going to be some hard shoes to fill. Terry was the reason why Quan Alexander got looked at from San Francisco to begin with. Terry's one of the reasons why Demario Davis and Janoris Jenkins came here in the first place. Damon Green says, I understand people are proud of Drew. I am, but I'm really disappointed in him. I'm disappointed in him also. This is an all-around, just flat-out failure by this Saints offense. They have no excuses. Offensively, you had everything you need. I don't care if you didn't have Taysom Hill. I don't care if you didn't have Latavius Murray. You had everything you needed to win this game. Traquan Smith had a better game than Michael Thomas. What the hell? Last year's Offensive Player of the Year. And Traquan Smith has a better game than Michael Thomas. Traquan Smith has a better game than Marquez Callaway. Marquez Callaway only had one target. Just one. And that was just Drew Brees throwing into the dirt. Traquan Smith had a better game than Emmanuel Sanders. He had a better game than any other receiver on the Saints team tonight. Traquan Smith. Shouts out to Traquan. A guy coming off an IR, he has that type of game. I would have loved to see him and Deontay Harris. Spaceboy says, Mike Thomas really hurt him, man. I don't know what he was doing, but Michael Thomas, when you're dealing with the possession type of receiver, they have good releases, but it's hard. It's hard to beat those press man coverages. The Bucs stacked the box. I can only count a handful of times where the Bucs played too high safety. It was predominantly a 7 to 8 man, like 8-man personnel in the box, because because Drew Brees, Sean Payton threw everything underneath, so they played in the box, and it worked to perfection. That last throw to Alvin Kamara from Drew Brees, Alvin wasn't even looking at it. He wasn't even looking for the ball. He was still working his way upfield, and Drew Brees started to throw it anyway. It makes a man want to cry. It really does. But, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. At this point, I'm numb. Sean Payton, too, something got to be addressed about him. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. You're absolutely right. Why is Sean Payton? I really feel like going in a different direction is what's necessary for this team for this franchise to have any chance of success in the postseason. Any chance. Revamp the offensive line when you're at it. This is disappointing, guys. It's to the point to where, hey, but look, it took a lot of teams 20 plus years. It took this team a long time to get their first Super Bowl win. It's probably going to take another 20 plus for them to get their next one. It took the Chiefs over 50 years to get their second one. And they're in prime position again to maybe even get two in like back to back. Tampa Bay hasn't won a Super Bowl in probably in a similar time span, probably 30 plus easy. It's really hard to win in this league. It's even harder to win in the Super Bowl given the stakes. It doesn't make it any less of a gut punch. So for those of you who are just joining me, some announcements to be made. Later this week, I will be canceling my subscription to StreamYards because I won't be needing it anymore, obviously. I will be revamping my platforms, both Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You will see a name change to Black and Gold Breakdown. The Black and Gold Breakdown. That's what you can expect. You can expect the Black and Gold Breakdown because I'm aiming to be a little more unique. I have a core audience now in you guys, and I'm so thankful that you're here, even if you're not a Saints fan. I'm going in a more unique direction away from, the inspiration TJ Jones and the like have given me. You know what I'm saying? Miss Ski says, call me crazy, but I think there's a chance Sean Payton will be fired. He's part of the problem. I don't think he'll be fired. They recently gave Sean Payton a 5-year contract extension. There's no denying that Sean Payton is an offensive genius. There's no denying that he's an offensive genius. He just needs the right quarterback. You've been loyal to Drew Brees for over a decade, almost 2 decades. There's no shame in going a different way, Sean. You have to put the team first. Drew Brees, I hope you really consider retiring, not because I hate you. I don't hate you. I love you. I'm going to forever love you. But you have nothing left to prove to nobody. You're already a first ballot Hall of Famer. Don't handicap this team any more than you already have. Let's go ahead and get into our next caller. It is the one and only.
Stupid nigger has been charged to your account. Even nigger Dixie has been charged to your account. Having a black dick in you once does not make you part black. Stupid Dixie has been charged to your account then, cunt. You must eat a lot of dumb cunties then. Go fuck yourself with a broken beer bottle has been charged to your account. Eat a bag of Dixies has been charged to your account. Go fuck yourself has been charged to your account. Asshole customer fee has been charged to your account. Hang up, you cunt. Hang up, you cunt, or I will shit in your driveway. I swear.
Chanel.
Nothing but a dumb bitch fee has been charged to your account. How many fingers can you fit in your ass fee has been charged to your account.
What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Let's get into our next caller. It is Stephen Dave. What's going on, Mr. Dave?
I'm horny. I got a hard dick. Are you naked? Get into bed with me. I want to play with your naked body, man. The dick is
What is going on? Yo. Hey. Okay. What is going? I have no idea what just happened. Chanel had this spaz, and this guy, I have no idea what just happened. But I have no idea what's going on, guys. I have no idea what's going on. Someone explain to me what just happened. What just Am I being trolled? I think I'm being trolled. I'm pretty sure I'm being trolled. Let's go ahead and read some of these comments, man. Damien says, right now, Space Boy, if they are trolling, we just deserve it. Saints would let us down too much. Look, this Saints team have no excuses. This Saints team deserves to be trolled in every which way. This Saints team deserves to be trolled in every which way. They have no excuses. They had everything possible. They had everything possible to win this game, but they couldn't beat press man coverage. They couldn't beat press man coverage. I don't get that. Spaceboy says, what is going on? I have no idea what is going on. I don't even know. I don't even know what that was. I'm just as confused as you guys are. I have no idea what just happened. Go Tree It says, where is State of Saints podcast? I'm pretty sure TJ Jones is going to be on live tomorrow. I think he's just taking in the fact that the Saints just lost to Tampa Bay. And I honestly don't blame him. He also probably has work tonight, so you just watch out for TJ Jones tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Spaceway says we're not going to act like Peyton is a bad coach. I'm not going to say that Sean Payton called a bad game tonight. I'm not. But the amount of success the Saints team has had under Sean Payton, let's say even some parts of the postseason, right? He took the Saints to the NFC Championship. He took the Saints to back-to-back playoff appearances. I think you just need the right personnel. And for Sean Payton to finally stop this notion that he needs to be cute with play calling. I think, you know what I think? And this just came to mind. I think that Sean Payton had no idea how to call this game because Taysom Hill wasn't involved in the game plan. That's what I believe. I believe that he had zero idea how to call this game because Taysom Hill wasn't in the lineup. That's what I honestly believe. And that's bad. That's bad. Sean Payton deserves a lot of the blame. He deserves a lot of the blame. Plain and simple. You're right. But I'm not going to sit here and deny the fact that he's been predominantly a lot of the reason why the Saints have been successful to begin with. Without him, we probably wouldn't even be sniffing the postseason. So I take the good with the bad. Hopefully this isn't another troll caller. We got Damian Green.
Daddy's got a big, so I got 9x6 cut, and I love to show it off to boys. Yeah, come inside you, make you fall in love with Daddy, huh? I love to pound you in front of men.
Okay, guys, hold up. Guys. Listen. Not once, not twice, but 3 times now. At some point, I'm going to start banning people. Because understand that you could get me in trouble with YouTube. But for the type of things you guys are saying on my like when you call in, you're probably going to get me in trouble with YouTube. So I say pull back. If you're going to troll, you have to be able to do it within reason. Otherwise, I'm going to start banning some people. I'm going to start looking at moderators, and they're going to time you out. You're going to get banned. Knock it off. Some of the stuff you guys say can get me in trouble. This is a kids-friendly podcast. Yes, some swearing is going to be here every now and again, but knock it off. That makes absolutely no sense. It's to the point to where it's childish. And I'm not gonna put up with it. It's not even tasteful at that. It's not even tasteful at all. Knock it off, or you're gonna get banned. And speaking of my channel, and before the next season comes around, I'm going to look for moderators. I'm going to put out those details tomorrow in my final thoughts. So if you're interested in learning how you could become a moderator of the soon-to-be Black and Gold Breakdown podcast, I urge you to tune in tomorrow, 11 a.m. Yes, 11 a.m. Central Time. 11 a.m. Central Time, I will be here, and I will be discussing my final thoughts. I may have TJ Jones. On as a guest. I know he's got a lot to say. So please enjoy the rest of your night as much as you can. Protect your tables. Protect your TVs. There's always next year, but I doubt it because honestly, guys, the Saints are probably going to be second place in the division for the next 3 to 4 years. Given the cap situation, I doubt even Mickey Loomis can work his magic around this. There's going to be too much talent walking out the door, and they only have themselves to blame. But I'll leave the rest of my final thoughts for tomorrow. Win or lose, look, guys, we bleed black and gold until we're dead and cold. I'll take this heart-wrenching loss with a chip on my shoulder. But before we do, we got one more. Before I answer this call, if this ends up being another troll, I'm going to seriously ban you. I will ban you. I will ban you if you are a troll. I'm going to just put that out there. We got Gold Trees on the line.
Nigga, boy. Fuck off, nigga. I'll fucking cut your ears.
You're banned. Gold Trees is officially banned. I don't play that. I don't play that. You want to be a troll and make racist, derogatory terms? I'll ban you. I am not putting up with it here. I'm not accepting any more callers tonight. No more. The calls are done for tonight. And if I catch more tomorrow, I'm gonna ban you then too. It is what it is. You're not gonna come into a kids-friendly platform. You're not gonna come to a kids-friendly platform and troll the way you guys troll and possibly get me in trouble with YouTube. I'm not gonna tolerate it. Y'all need to be better. Y'all want to troll me? Fine, but have it in good taste. But that's it. That's all. I'm going to go ahead and head off for the night. Go ahead and get some sleep. I'll probably go to sleep good tonight. I love everybody. Minus the trolls. Your children. We bleed black and gold, no matter what, until we're dead and cold. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow morning. Remember, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Central Time. I'll probably find a way to get I'll probably get TJ Jones here. Damian Green, I apologize, man. I apologize. We usually don't do this. My platform is usually never like this. I promise you. Whoever this is, I'm not taking any more calls tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Deuces.